Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another top 10 reaction kind of, and this one's more based on the US, but I did a reaction 5 minutes ago, and that video sort of stemmed this one basically. This is the reason, that's the reason I'm reacting to this one, because it got to like the CDC building and the air base, or you know what I'm trying to say, the military air base or something like that, and it was crazy to me because I never really sort of knew about those sorts of things, especially the CDC building. But like then I read into it and I was like, wow, this is the craziest thing I've seen. And it sort of, again, it led to me wanting to react to more. And it's like, because when you think about it, there's places like in the US, maybe not secretive, but like there's places that are protected. Like you got the White House, you got when the president's moving, I forget what the specific thing's called, when he's like traveling basically. You've got Area 51, you've got, again, the CDC building, you've got so many more things, you've got like banks, etc. Just so many places in the US are well protected, but secretive places, I'm interested, man. Again, Area 51's got to be number one, right? But we'll see. And this is only part one, so I'm going to react to part two as well. But let's just get into this one. Let's check this one out and let's see what he's going to say about it. But yeah, before we get into it, quick shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter, links in the description for those interested. Save my Patreon, links were there for those interested. But let's just check this one out, man. I'm excited to see. I love sort of learning about like things that the government keep as sort of like hidden away, or like, and people make like conspiracies about it. Like obviously Area 51 has so many conspiracies because it's like you don't truly know what is there and like what they're doing there, etc. I guess the same is kind of with the CDC building. I guess it's not as secretive, but still like conspiracies will come from it, right? But I don't know, we'll just see. Let's just see, because again, America's good for conspiracies. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of interesting sort of theories that come out of the US. Definitely the number one country where just the craziest stories come out of, for sure, man. It's so interesting seeing what things go on there. But let's check this out. Again, I'm sorry I said I was going to do a short intro, ended up talking loads. Let's get into it now.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the world according to Briggs. I am Briggs and I make videos about places. Today we're looking at secret places in the United States. I say secret because all the locations on this list were at some point secret, or what was going on there is or was secret. Obviously this video isn't about places that are still secret. I'm not giving you any classified information. I don't have any classified information, unless of course somebody has classified the names of all the Otter Pops. I know all their names. I even remember Rip Van Lemon. They discontinued Rip Van Lemon in the 1970s.
These ice pops or whatever,
anyway, if you're looking for conspiracy stuff, there are thousands of conspiracy websites that'll tell you all these secret places that are fake, and you can look at those. And there's also a few with information about Rip Van Lemon too, so if you want to look at those, they're there for you. So what is your favorite Otter Pop or secret weapons facility? Let me know in the comment section below. If you think the government doesn't have secret installations, this video should be an eye-opener for you. All countries do it. It's really necessary. So let's take a look at the secret government facilities in the United States. The video you're about to see has limited available footage. Some of the video may not be of the actual site, but it will be from the area. This is because they are secret locations, and I'm not a spy or a ninja. I mean, I'd be a really bad spy. It'd be really hard. I'm 5'9" and weigh 229 pounds. That doesn't make for a good ninja. And now, the video.
Get the fuck out of me.
Number 10, HARP, Gakona, Alaska. Out in the Alaskan wilderness east of Anchorage is a government facility that is part of what's called HARP, or the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Yeah, that's a mouthful. The original purpose of HARP was to analyze the ionosphere and investigate the potential for developing technologies for radio communication and surveillance. The rest of the world has other thoughts on the matter. There are some theories that say this location is really meant to test electromagnetic mind control signals. So wear your tinfoil hat. Work on the HARP facility began in 1993. The program has been funded by the Air Force, the U.S. Navy, the University of Alaska, and the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, or DARPA, which is another one of the favorite conspiracy types things to say. DARPA did it. DARPA did it. It's weird. Some conspiracy theorists believe that this location was created to control people's minds and the weather. One overly eager conspiracy dude believes HARP triggered the Haiti earthquake some years back. As I read more,
bro, it's just the batshit conspiracies are just crazy from it, bro. Like what?
The program has been blamed for everything from global warming to just about any natural disaster, and even mysterious humming noises you hear in the sky. You name the natural phenomenon, and someone wants to change the Wikipedia page to include this small facility in the Alaskan outback. For example, the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan? Yeah, it was HARP, according to most of these websites. The Moore, Oklahoma tornado in 2013? HARP. Hootie and the Blowfish second album? HARP. The California wildfires? HARP. And a bunch of other natural disasters have websites devoted to blaming HARP. In 2015, the government opened up the doors to the public in an effort to change their minds about what's going on here. It didn't work. People still think they're doing some global shenanigans at HARP. So this one isn't a secret as to its location, but what's going on there probably is. Number 9, the Dugway Proving Grounds, Utah. Located about 85 miles southwest of Salt Lake City in the middle of the frickin' desert sits a military facility with some secrets. This proving grounds is for chemical warfare testing and other military shenanigans. The U.S. Army Chemical Warfare Service realized they needed a new testing facility following the attacks on Pearl Harbor in 1941, so which leads me to wonder what was going on in Hawaii before the attack, if they had to move their chemical warfare division to the middle of the desert. Moving on. The Dugway Proving Grounds was officially established in March 1942. For many years, nobody knew what was going on here. The DPG, as it's called, was used to test toxic agents, chemical sprayers, biological warfare weapons, firebombing techniques, antidotes for chemical agents, and protective wear during World War II and beyond. In recent years, newly released public records shed more light on what actually was happening here. Some experiments went terribly wrong. As an example, in 1968, thousands of sheep were killed in a nerve agent test in Skull Valley. Skull Valley, nerve agent, thousands...
Bro, this is just the US, man. I know this is irrelevant, so irrelevant, but you've just got thousands of, probably hundreds of miles of just pure desert, just flat desert with a few mountains here and there. And then you've just got like some gas stations and like, I guess it's like food courts where you eat and stuff, or maybe like motels. It's just the middle of nowhere. I find this so beautiful. This is just the US in a nutshell, man. You got like, is this a baseball a baseball ground there? You've got whatever there's like, it's just in the middle of the desert and you've just got this stuff going on. This is crazy. I love this though.
In 1968, thousands of sheep...
Let's get into the video. I'm sorry, this just blows my mind.
Sheep were killed in a nerve agent test in Skull Valley. Skull Valley, nerve agent, thousands of dead sheep. That sounds like a really great movie. It is also said that there were special experiments done on soldiers, some of which the military did not admit to for years. There's records of live anthrax being shipped throughout the U.S. in 2015. That always looks good. The conspiracy people believe, following all the public attention drawn to Area 51 in the early 1990s, UFOologists, that's what they call themselves, UFOologists, have suggested that whatever covert operations may have been underway at Area 51, if any, have subsequently been transferred to DPG. So now that we know it's probably going on there, shouldn't they move it again? Definitely a secret facility. Maybe not its location, but definitely what goes on there and what has gone on there.
God damn.
Number 8, Raven Rock, Pennsylvania. Raven Rock is also known as Site R, and it's where politicians would go and the U.S. forces would be commanded in the event of World War III or a nuclear war. Site R is also called Raven Rock Mountain Complex, and it serves as an underground Pentagon for the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force, and was built in the 1950s. Back then, we pretty much felt nuclear warfare was just around the corner, like every single morning. So we had to have places like this so our government could, still function. Sure, we'd all be vaporized, but they could still stay all cozy and vote on things that don't matter anymore. In 2017, Garrett Graff wrote a book on Raven Rock. He spent 4 years doing research on the location. Graff pointed out that this is the location from which the government would launch nuclear strikes in the U.S. if it was struck first. In this hypothetical scenario, the United States government would essentially put the entire population at risk while protecting themselves. That makes you feel all nice and warm and fuzzy about the U.S. government. It has 2 reservoirs inside, one for personal use and one for industrial use. It has a budget of $2 million annually and is staffed 24/7 with all types of service, including a chapel, fitness center, medical facilities, a snack bar, fire department.
I mean, I guess, again, there's no pictures of it, is there? Because, again, it's so secret. But I'd like to see what it looks like in there, man.
The list goes on. All the comforts of home. No word on if they have the Hootie and the Blowfish second album. It can hold up to 3,000 government officials, but does not include their families, so their families are out of luck. On September 11th, 2001, Raven Rock saw its first official use for its intended purpose when the Pentagon was hit by a plane. High-ranking officials from the Department of Defense had to be evacuated, and this is where they went. For many years since the 1950s, nobody knew what this place was all about. It wasn't until like the 90s when people really started, kind of learning about this place and other places like it. I should say en masse. I'm sure people in the area knew about it, but not many more. Number 7, the Hawthorne Army Depot, Hawthorne, Nevada. This location was named after William Hawthorne.
So I'm guessing this is kind of close to Area 51 then. Obviously, Nevada's a big state, so it's not that close, but both in the same state.
And local law enforcement agent, so it's kind of fitting, military place. The depot covers 147,000 acres and has 600,000 square feet of storage space, and it also holds a very impressive title, the world's largest weapon depot. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to be known for that? Excellent. Oh, and it also has a lake with a tunnel entrance to some aliens. Supposedly, this underground entrance leads to a secret tunnel system under California and has an outlet at Walker Lake, Nevada. Walker Lake is bordered by the Army Depot and the Naval Undersea Warfare Center, Hawthorne. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird that they have a naval facility in the middle of the desert, but really it's not. They have a few places like that. That center probably does add to the fuel of all the conspiracies that there's aliens under there and, they got submarines and all this weird stuff. Yeah, but secret alien tunnel system gets them on the list. Others believe this is one of the openings to a massive underground network of tunnels that goes from California
What, kind of like Stranger Things, yeah?
and into Nevada, Arizona, up to Colorado, and then back down to Texas. It also includes...
I guess it isn't like Stranger Things. Stranger Things is just like a different universe, but like underground. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is actually just life.
New Mexico and just about anyone else that has open land. And from what I understand, this tunnel system was built so we could shuffle around our aliens. Number 6, Dulce Air Force Base, New Mexico. Although there's no real evidence that this place actually exists, it is believed to be an underground alien facility. What's the deal with everyone thinking we're stashing aliens in the desert states? Anyway, legend has it that the underground Dulce Air Force Base is ground zero to aliens. It is believed that this location is the real Area 51, and that the Area 51 Nevada is just a smokescreen for where the experiments really take place. Almost like a bait and switch type thing with our visitors from outer space. It is located on the Colorado-New Mexico border under Archuleta Mesa in New Mexico, and not too far from Briggs Mesa. Just thought I'd point that out. According to the conspiracy theorists, the Dulce subterranean base is a 7-story compound and is more classified than Area 51. In 1979, a man named Philip Schneider, an explosives engineer who worked with the U.S. government, claimed that he participated in the building of a secret underground base. I guess while he was there, an underground intergalactic version of the OK Corral shootout went down, leaving 60 humans dead and countless subterranean aliens wounded or dead. Schneider stated that in the time that he worked there, he came face to face with a 7-foot-tall skinny gray alien and shot it. Another alien at some point shot him with some sort of laser plasma ball, and it blew off some of his fingers. Either that or he took some mushrooms and was playing with fireworks. Nobody knows for sure. Schneider also told the Epcot Times that there were 1,400 underground bases around the world, 129 of which were located in the United States, each costing about $17 billion or more. He said that the black budget hidden from the U.S. government agencies and from the public garners about 25% of the gross national product. In other words, he thinks 25% of this nation's economy goes to these bases and the aliens. He also claims that military forces from multiple countries have been engaged in
That's a big-ass conspiracy, I tell you
such
what.
warfare with aliens over the years. Yep, and I thought Aubrey Plaza was weird. The good news is, after a hard day of hiking and looking for aliens to have a shootout with, you can go to the Wild Horse Casino in town.
And that's part 1. Again, I'm...
fit into one of our 10 to... for the next...
Yeah. I'm going to react to part 2, like, pretty much 2 minutes after I've finished recording this one. But, yeah, I feel like I'm going to post this, again, an hour after I post part 1. So I'm not even going to read the comments yet. Actually, no, I can't read the comments because part 2 is not correlated, is it? Actually, do I want to read the comments because maybe they'll mention some of them that should be in this video that are in part 2. Actually, no, I'm not even going to look at the comments for this one just because I don't want it to ruin part 2's secret places, I guess you could say. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Again, I do enjoy these sorts of videos. Again, the conspiracies and just the fact that some of these are so secretive. But I guess when it comes to these types of videos, The most secretive places are probably places that people don't even know about. Again, it's true, because there are going to be places that have been built underground or whatever that do certain things that people have no idea what they're actually for, that they're even there. And I mean, yeah, but we're going to see in part 2. And again, hopefully you're going to enjoy. Hopefully you went on to enjoy this one. Click part 2. Links should be in the description of this video. I'm not too sure. If not, just go onto my channel and you'll find it there. But yeah, until next time, like, subscribe.